Alright, quick rundown on what we have cooking here. So weapon set 1 is for my Rasta music, obviously. A little bit of range, a little bit of damage. Nothing over the top, but it makes really pretty music. And then our shield allows me to play music without going slow. So it's low level. Not the best stat lines, but I take it. It's doing a really good job for me. Helmet, I'm still rocking the low level. I just can't seem to quit that 15% just global DR. Makes the armor feel a little bit less bad. Body, pretty simple. Nothing too special there, just an ornate with 3 slots in it. Right now, just slotting the max life and then switching it between max life and armor. But for now, we're going to try some max life on it. Gloves, a little bit of damage, and just strength and fire resist on everything. Kind of a throwaway final stat, but 2 slots, decent armor rolls, I'll take it. Pretty self-explanatory on the belt. I got blessed with this drop pretty early on, and it's done magical things for me. Decent roll on the move speed, lots of armor, lots of resist. The chaos made me very, very happy. So, really solid pair of boots, probably never end up replacing them. Jewelry is pretty solid as well, just life, fire resist, throwaway lightning resist, stinks, but it is what it is. And more damage, some strength, and some resist again. Amulet, kind of a throwaway on the mana regen, but I like the rest of the stats enough just to kind of roll with it. We're throwing Lay Siege on it, just to use and abuse all of the block that we're channeling into this. The Bonk Stick, no ranks on it right now, but just a really good damage roll, and obviously it does what it does. So, would love to find some attack speed and ranks eventually, but I cannot complain. And the Chernobogs, just another nice damage additive there when I'm bonking stuff. So just natively standing here, about 3,500 life. Just under 6,000 armor, it looks like. So this is without any of my plating stacked up. Just standing here chilling. 90s across the board. I'm at like 78 on the 82 on the chaos resist. So if I can find 7 to shave, we'll see. But close enough is good enough. About 300 life per second, 500 strength. So just some decent, just standing around visual tankiness, and right at 73% block. So close to that cap. What I like about Sunder right now is when I'm in here, unabating just turns me into a fucking tank. So just by swinging my Sunder, we'll get that animation going. It jumps my armor up to 11,500, so just gives me a little bit of peace of mind that I can go through that full channel and kind of tank up for whatever might be coming towards me. Otherwise, overwhelming presence and scavenged plating are my spirits. Nothing too special there. The rest pretty much speaks for itself. Passives. Super shout out to Skadoosh, put out some really cool content that once I started getting into the league content, I realized I was pretty misaligned, and I did absolutely use some of his inspiration. I knew some of the key passes that I wanted. Like I knew I wanted all the way up here for offensive stance, and I knew I wanted all the way down here for the glancing. But how I was getting from point A to point B was pretty inefficient. So we're just really playing into the block and just the damage from block. Lay Sieges, of course. So I have 3 different damage additives coming in from my block stance, which is quite nice. Pretty much covering the accuracy needs on my Sunder from this node right here. If I peek at Sunder again. Oh. put your life together. I'm at 100% if I'm within 2 meters, 98% at about 5, and would it be nice to have it at the 9 meter? I guess, but I can pretty cleanly stay within that 5 meter range and feel pretty consistent. So my weapon stats, so just some move speed. I've got all of my fire resist on rubies to get me to that 90% mark. Weapon set 1 is just playing into all of the AoE so that Thunder and Rasta music can do their thing. I think I've mentioned, of course, I'm running Giant's Blood and Avatar of Fire, that's not a surprise. Weapon set 2 is pretty much honed in on as much bonking as I can, so crit damage pretty much everywhere since Thunder gets that 100%. Is there anything else worth calling out? I think the Ascendancy is pretty straightforward, so I've got the life regen, I've got the 25% deferral, and then the strength and the max life. I could look to kind of reallocate these, but I can't think of anything that I want more. I guess I could take the max fire resist, maybe switch her on some rubies. I don't know, like nothing that really moves the needle for me too far. And then the rest are just no-brainers, right? We got the Cold Stoker and we've got the Forged. I am working through this little cluster here right now. I pulled it out and kind of prioritized some of the armor nodes that I was talking about there in chat. The ignite duration was nice, but I think with my survival issues, I can work towards this, and if I get to level 94, then yay, I can get it back. And if I end up not needing as much armor, I can pull a few points out of this little cluster if I feel the need. And recently I discovered, where did it go? This 3-point cluster got me about 1500 armor. It was a neat little low investment, high value, a pretty big chunk of armor. Alright, so I'm gonna go on mute. I'm in Twisted right now. I'm gonna stack up Scavenge to kind of show that armor again once I'm all stacked up, and we'll just kind of run through, showcase a little bit of the clear speed, and hopefully I can drop Jet Possession again. I haven't tried this on T2 yet, so we will see if my sacrifices and damage are noticeable or not. Here we go.
I'm ready!
So there you go, 20,000 armor with Scavenge stack, about 10,000 with just the Scavenge and not being inside of the Thunder animation. So I'll just roughly say when I'm mapping, I'll just be running around with 10,000 armor. When I'm actually engaged in the Thunder animation, truthfully doubles my armor, which is hopefully a thing. We'll see how it goes. go. Normally I'll slot on Fist of War when I'm bossing, and I have another amulet with a little bit of ranks, kind of drop some defense for damage if I needed it. I forgot about Fist of War, to be honest, so maybe we could have gotten him before he transitioned. Probably not. Looks like the dot stopped when he submerged, but looks like the damage is still cooking. Hopefully this was what you wanted to see.